Hello, Fulshear, Texas. I've got your Cross Creek Ranch home sales and forecast. It's March the 1st, 2024, and overall resale activity has been dropping over the last years, except we're catching up, and we're sort of in the middle of that right now. Our quitters who tried to sell but were unsuccessful at 115 in the last 12 months are still a pretty big part of our market. Days on market have gone up. Months of inventory, very steady, very low. Definitely a seller's market, a market that's in favor of the seller. All right, what's happened in the last few months? Here's our February numbers for months inventory. Again, very stable and very low, and that will probably continue, maybe a little bit of a seasonal rise in March, April, and May. Our days on the market in blue is this year, red is last year. Tracked pretty closely. We're up a little bit. I'm anticipating that probably coming down for March, April, and May. But take a look at sales volume. This year, we tracked pretty closely to last year. Had kind of a bad December, only 10 sales. But we caught back up in January. February beat February last year pretty good. And already March, we have 17 closings already on the books for March. So that's going to be a pretty big month. 4 of them already booked for April. So that looks pretty strong. I think we're going to see that strong seasonal increase on our home sales volume. And also beat last year's numbers. So I think we're coming back pretty strong. Let's take a look at a big picture. These are home sizes from the smallest to the largest in Cross Creek Ranch and their price. We're looking at market movements. The blues, the most recent sales, pinks are pendings, and the greens are active. Just take a look at these movements in the market over the COVID years. It's crazy. It really is. All the recent market, the pink pending sales are all towards the top of the market, and they are everywhere. Boy, it's pretty crowded right in there with a lot of the, 2,800 square foot homes. Y'all are beating each other up right in there, but this is good. There's a lot of good sales volume all the way around. Your smallest 2,000 square foot home, the bottom of your market is about 340 to 390, 3,000 square feet, 390 to 480. 4,000 square feet, 580 to 690, 820 to 830 for your 5,000 square feet at the bottom of the market. For your 2,000 square foot home at the top of the market, that cream puff's going to sell for 440 to 560. That is a really, really good sale. 3,000 square feet, top of the market, 630 to 740, 880 to 1.2 for that 4,000 square foot home, and 5,000 square feet, 1.2 to 1.4 million. Looks really strong, really strong. We go all the way back to COVID, and yes, we are looking at this very scary inflation number. And that inflation number caused the Fed to do this. And then they stopped because inflation has not gotten down to the target range. So, and look what the Fed is probably going to do. Nothing until maybe the end of the year or so. So this is how it affects our mortgage rates. This goes all the way back to COVID as well. You see the peak right there at 7.8 almost. Today's interest rates almost hitting 7. There's good reason to believe that's Fannie Mae numbers right there projected for the remainder of the year. Good reason to believe with these two forecasts right here that our interest rates are probably going to stay over 7 for another couple of months before we see a precipitous drop. And that's probably going to be in June, July. And that is probably going to mean a very busy summer and probably on into the fall because there's a lot of people who are going to lock in their rates at that time. So get ready. All right, here's our over-under. And we go all the way back to COVID right here in these years right here, the over list prices, but we're not seeing that kind of activity anymore. We're negotiating about 2 to 5% off of our list prices today. Inventory numbers are really low, 2.1 or something like that. Look at the curve on asking and selling prices. Our last sales price per square foot, 193, ties a record that was set in January of this year. So looking really strong. Our pricing outlook for the next couple of months is moderate increases really throughout Cross Creek Ranch. All right, and in our little bit more specific forecast here, we got a price distribution. We go all the way back to a year to today and beyond that we're looking at this market right here. We're dividing it in about 3 different sections, 600s and less, 7s to $1 million, and then $1 million and up. Our forecast for 600s and less, this looks pretty stable, pretty crowded, but there's a lot of pending sales, and there's a lot of pending sales towards the top of this. So this is looking particularly strong. Nobody's spending a lot of time. You've been on the market maybe for about 3 months or so, something like that. So not bad at all. Got stable prices here through August, September of this year. this particular part of the market, 700s to a million, is doing extremely well. Very, very strong upward price pressure here. It is kind of crowded, but we do have a number of pending sales in here too. Got a 9-month outlook here. It takes us basically through the end of the year or so. And then our luxury part of the market only represents 9% of the sales, but boy, has it been kicking it. I mean, that's a good, strong trend, upward trend right there. So we got up price pressure here, good stable prices really through this time next year. Looks really good. Again, our interest rates are probably going to really start getting a lot more attractive starting in May and June. So get ready for a busy summer. And that is it. If you would like to see your home placed in the market, hit me up. I'm Keith Burris, broker at NXS Agency. Thanks for watching.